YouTube, what's up, baby? We back in this thing again with another review. This is Q's Insight. I am Callie, and today we're going to be talking about Moon Knight Episode 4, baby. It's entitled The Tomb. Alright, now if you've been to this channel before, you already know how we do it. We started off with the premise, 3 favorite scenes, the grade, then we on to the next one, right? So again, Moon Knight Episode 4, entitled The Tomb. So we pick up with one of the gods putting Khonshu's totem in a room, and we see many other gods that had the same fate as Khonshu as far as like being locked up, being in prison. And it's like, yo, look at all these other gods, bro. Like they could, you know what I'm saying? Like what the, this is crazy. We need to learn more about that ASAP. Then anyways, we pick up with still Layla still trying to wake up Steven / Mark, you feel me, from being knocked out when Khonshu's spirit is taken from them. And then as she's trying to wake them up, the Arthur's henchmen come to deal with, you know, Layla and Steven / Mark. And so it's her job to protect Steven until he wakes up, and she does so. And then after that, Steven does wake up. And then it's Steven, it's not Mark. So Layla and Steven continue to look for Amit's tomb. Mark tells Steven to let him take over, you feel me? Because we're about to do some stuff, and, you know, it would be best if I had the body so I could protect you and I could protect Layla. But Steven is like, nah, bro, like, nah. I remember what you did in that one episode, bro. You feel me? Nah, I'm holding the keys now, bruh. Nah. So anyways, as Layla and Steven work together, we see that there's love growing between them. You feel me? That she may have her problems with Mark, but Steven is what she wants in Mark. You feel me? And so it's crazy how that works out. But you can see that Layla's falling for Steven and Steven's falling for Layla. And they honestly do make out, bro. I'll get back to that later. But they do make out. And then Steven and Layla end up getting to the tomb, Amit's tomb. Or like at least like, you know, where the area is and stuff like that. Now when they actually get into the tomb, like the area and stuff like that, and they, you know, they're looking for Amit's burial area, they encounter like some type of creature. I don't know what it was exactly. So they split up to escape from it. And you know, Layla, when she's doing her own thing, she ends up getting caught by the creature, but then she ends up escaping, and then she sees Arthur. And then Arthur and Layla talk, and then we see Steven / Mark, and they find Alexander the Great's tomb, which is kind of weird to find there. But anyways, they find his tomb, and I guess it holds something that they need. Is like, I forgot exactly what I think it was, like one of the I think it's Amit's totem, just like, you know, the totem for Khonshu, but inside is Amit's totem. And then you know, while Steven is doing that and stuff like that, Layla ends up finding out from Arthur that, you know, her father was killed by a mercenary. And he's not exactly saying that it was Mark that did it, but he's saying that, you know, Mark knows about it and, you know, whatever else. So this, of course, breaks her heart. And, you know, she's not even knowing if, like, whether it was just he was there or did he actually kill did he actually kill her father, you know? So that's going to be a problem when they, you know, reunite again, you know, Steven / Mark and Layla. It's going to be a conversation that needs to be had. So after Steven finds Amit's totem, Layla meets up with Steven, and she wants to talk to Mark and about her father's death. And she does end up making Mark come out pretty much. And then he tells her, like, look, like, I didn't kill him. You know what I'm saying? I was there though that night, and I did bring a mercenary within your father's, um, you know, vicinity, and he did actually kill your father, and you know, he actually shot me as well, and I was supposed to die that day, and you know, I've been trying to tell you this for the longest time, but I couldn't find a way to really do it. You know what I'm saying? And in the midst of wanting to tell you that, I actually fell in love with you. You know, we got married and everything like that. You know, so um, it's crazy. And then she's like, well, my father's death is the reason why we met. You know what I'm saying? It's the reason why we got married, because you met me, and then everything kicked off the way it did. So sad situation, bro. You know what I'm saying? I feel bad. I feel bad, you know? But then Arthur's uh, men go to them, and Arthur's there as well. And Arthur tells Mark, like, give me the totem type thing, and he doesn't want to give him the totem. So Mark gets shot for not giving Arthur the totem. He gets shot like twice, and he falls into like this water or whatever, and then he slowly like sinks down further and further and further. And you know, Layla's hiding, and she's, you know, crying because she heard the shots go off, so she's assuming the worst, you know. And then, bro, like the weirdest thing happens. Like we see like this story happening on. It's a movie, right? But when it's presented to us, you're like, yo, what is this? Like, where did this come from? You feel me? Like, it seems like that's part of the episode or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, part of the storyline for the episode. But it's not. Then the camera slowly pans out of that little movie. I think it's called like The Tomb or something like that. And it's equivalent to like a, you know, Indiana Jones type flick. You know what I'm saying? And then we zoom out or whatever. And we see that it was just TV. And it was a movie playing, you feel me? And then we're surrounded in this room that's all white, you know what I'm saying? And we got people in there that are patients. We got you know, the doctors in there working with the patients, giving them food and medicine and stuff like that. And then we're seeing people that are in that vicinity, and there are people that Mark/Steven has interacted with in this series. So it's like, yo, this kind of seems like, you know, this stuff was in his head, you know what I'm saying? And everything that's here could have been what he gathered to make that story happen, which I don't think is the case. But, you know, they play it off like that. You can kind of sense that vibe, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, we end up seeing Mark. And then, you know, he's out of it. He's like drugged up and stuff like that. And he ends up wanting to talk to Steven, but Steven is not acting. Like, he can't see Steven's reflection in his reflection. And then all of a sudden Layla's there, and she's like, hey, you know, the bingo, and you know, you won bingo, and I'll share whatever we win this time, whatever you won this time, I'll share it with you, or whatever. And like, what the bruh, all this stuff. And so Layla gets the prize or whatever it may be. And then we see that Arthur is there as well, but he's like a I don't know, a psychiatrist or whatever. Like, he's not one of those people that just handing out food or whatever. Like, he's, you know, up there. And so Arthur ends up talking with Mark. And as he's talking to Mark, he starts remembering things. He's seeing stuff. He's seeing like Arthur's cane, and he's seeing, you know, this painting on the wall that is reminiscent of that town that he was in on like episode 1 or 2. I can't remember. You know, when the people were shooting at him and everything like that. And then, you know, there's statues of Ahmed there. You know, earlier Mark was holding like a Moon Knight figurine in his hand. There was a copy of the movie The Tomb that we saw like a little while ago. It's just all this stuff that could be gathered, you know what I'm saying, into him making a story in his head. And it's like, am I going crazy, or did that really happen? Because I remember getting shot, and you shot me. And Arthur's like, no, you know, this is, you know, we've been here for a while, da 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 da. And so what ends up happening is like, Mark kind of just gets up and like walks away or whatever it may be, you know what I'm saying? And then people are after him, but he ends up beating them up because he's he's starting to wake up from the drugs that were that they gave to him or whatever. So he starts waking up or whatever. He opens up this one room, and then there's a sarcophagus there, and it's someone like, help me, help me. It's Steven. So he opens it up, and then Steven and Mark are looking at each other face to face, not reflection, but just they both have the same body, or you know what I'm saying? Like, so they both got separate bodies, but the same people though. You know what I'm saying? So they hug each other like, yo, I'm not going crazy. I thought I was going crazy, and yo, sorry about that. Yo, don't you remember being shot? I remember being shot just a while ago. And Steven's like, yeah, whatever. So they're like, yo, we got to get out of here. We got to work together to get out of here. You know what I'm saying? So they start running, and then they see another room, and there's another sarcophagus, and it's moving and everything like that. But there's no one screaming in there. That's got to be the other identity of Steven / Mark, the third identity that we don't know about, the one that did the stabbing in the last episode. You know what I'm saying? That's got to be who it is. So they're like, oh, whatever, let's leave. So they start running still. And they get to this door, and they open it up, and in front of them is a god, you feel me? And it's like a hippo, like the face is a hippo or whatever. And it's just like looking at them or whatever, and it's like it kind of looks like me, you feel me? And they're just like, yo. And that thing is like, hi. And they're like, bruh, Steven screams like a little girl. Mark screams as well. And then that's how the episode ends, bruh. That was hilarious. When Steven screamed, bro. Oh my God, he all right, but let's get into the favorite scenes, man. So this is what I was talking about earlier when Steven and Layla actually when they kissed each other. Mark had warned Steven, like, hey, I see you looking at my wife and everything like that. Like, don't be trying to get close to my wife or whatever. I'll throw us off a bridge or something like that. And he's like, oh, right. They do the kiss or whatever. Then Layla goes down, into the tomb to find Amit's sarcophagus, as well as, and then Steven's about to follow right after. But then all of a sudden, it's like, and Mark socks Steven in the face, bro. Like, hilarious, bro. Hilarious. Second favorite scene would be Layla fighting the creature. You know what I'm saying? Yo, she did her thing. She held her own. You know what I'm saying? No superpowers. You know what I'm saying? She always finds a way to do herself what she needs to do. You know what I'm saying? And I like it. She's a strong individual, and I can see why Khonshu would want to use her as an avatar, because she's strong-willed. You know what I'm saying? Now, and the third favorite scene would be when we introduce to the hippo god, like, you know what I'm saying, when he's opened up the door and he's just like, hey! It's like, it's totally opposite of what you thought. Like, you thought he'd be like, yo, what's up? Like, it's total opposite of what you thought was going to happen. And he wasn't even mad no more at that point, you feel me? And then, Steven and Mark screaming, one is screaming like, other screaming like, like, it was a beautiful, funny scene, you feel me? For this episode, man, I'm gonna give it an 8.5 out of 10. So definitely not a bad episode. You know what I'm saying? I love this show. I can't wait for next week. It's just getting better. Whether we got fighting scenes or not, you know what I'm saying? It's all it's worth it. It's worth it, man. It's all worth it. Yeah. If you guys saw the episode, let me know what you guys thought about it in the comments down below. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share. As always, this is Q's Insight. I am Callie. Until next time.